Howdy doodly, everybody. There's no webcam today because I look like shit and I don't want a webcam. So, we're just not going to. We're going to start new on the Binding of Isaac because I've been playing on, like, the save file that I normally use, like, in my personal time as well. And I feel like that's kind of dumb because I'll be unlocking shit in my own time. So I thought, fuck it. We'll make our own. And go from there. Yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here talking shit for ages. We are just gonna start playing this game. God, I think you're lucky not to have a webcam because I woke up and I was like, I don't even want to be alive right now. I want to be asleep. But then again, that's me like every time I wake up. To be fair, like, I am so tempted after finishing this just to go back to bed. I'm such an old man. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like, fucking Binding of Isaac is great though. Like, it's one of those games that I can just play all the time and not get bored of. Because it genuinely is just such a good game. It's got a good gameplay loop. And because it's got a good gameplay loop, it's just, mwah, chef's kiss. It's pretty hard to get bored of it. Because, like, obviously because it's roguelike, it's very easy for it to just continue to be fun. Like, obviously you'll get bosses you'll see all the time, but it's like, it's good to, like, learn bosses' patterns and get better at them. Like, it doesn't feel annoying if you're like, oh, this time I've got Monstro. Like, this is the easier Monstro, because there's two versions of Monstro. There's this one, and then there's a harder version. And this one's easy. I learned how to fight him ages ago. But because we're starting from the beginning, I'm not going to have any of the harder bosses that I've been facing recently. I'm going to have all of the easier bosses. Hold on, I had to scratch my nose. I'm going to have all of the easier bosses. So I should be able to just absolutely fucking fly through this. So these are all the easier areas and easier bosses. So, like, I should have no fucking problem. Because I've been fighting the hard ones for ages. These guys should not pose a threat in the slightest. Evil, range, and shot up. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we'll blaze through this, we'll finish this, and then we'll go on to the actual, like, harder stuff. There are, like, obviously, like, you can be like, oh, no damage runs and stuff like that. And we might do, like, no damage runs or things like that at some point. But at the moment, I feel like I'm still not quite good enough to be doing, like, no damage runs. I would just fail so badly. Alright. Like, honestly, this game isn't hard. If you know what you're doing, it's not hard. But even then, sometimes you can just get really bad RNG. Because that's the thing. Like, roguelikes can be unfair sometimes when it comes to RNG. You'll just get a really shit run of it. And you lose. And obviously, it's partially your fault. You didn't do the best you could, probably. But also, sometimes RNG just works against you in the worst way. And it can be very frustrating to get just a shit run of things. Because I know I've had games where I haven't even been able to get past the first chamber. Because you've had a bunch of rooms, that just absolutely ruin you. And you get no hearts, so you're left with nothing to fight the boss with, and then you just die. And it can suck. It can really suck. But also, like, there's not a lot you can do about it, you know? Shit happens. Oh, hold on. I didn't even see. I was playing Super Smash Bros. When I got the Discord notification, looked away, and while not looking, I won the match. GG Olimar, overpowered. How you doing, Raven? Olimar is overpowered, plus nerf. My man's is too strong. Lasers. Wow, I get my tears and my laser? Oh man, this is fucking overpowered, dude. It's like, then you get runs like this, or like similar. where you get really overpowered, like, weapons and stuff, and those are the ones you win, because you get, like, the really overpowered weapons and stuff that just absolutely annihilate stuff, and, like, the enemies have no fucking chance half the time. And that's always nice. But it can get frustrating sometimes, because we get some runs where it's just way too easy, because they basically laid it out for you. And then some runs where they give you nothing the entire game, and you're like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to win? And it's just this mixture of trying to figure out if it's bullshit or if it's just that you're garbage. And I can just stand it. Like, I haven't moved almost this entire boss battle. I've just been standing. Like, that just shows how tragic it is that if you have a decent enough run, you don't have to do anything. Unlocked Eve. Nice. I guess that's because I didn't pick up any heart containers. Don't swallow the safety cap. Ow. Come on, down you go. Those ones can be annoying. Like, there's some of the enemies that I don't always like, is the ones that are conditionally able to be damaged. Like, they have to wait till they're, like, out of their shells and stuff like that. Like, that can be really annoying, especially if they just, like, RNG makes them not come out of their shell half the time, and you're just sitting there waiting so that you can actually damage them. That can be very annoying. But also, there's not a lot you can fucking do about it, so complaining really isn't going to change it. But I don't know, like, I think this game, I don't find it to be bullshit too often. Like, there are some roguelikes that I've played where it's just almost always bullshit. But I've never really had that problem too much with Binding of Isaac. I feel like it's pretty balanced for the most part. Like, I found, like, a couple times it's been a little bit like, that probably shouldn't have happened. Both on my side and their side. Like, I should have absolutely gotten hit by something, but I didn't. Or they hit me with something that they absolutely shouldn't have. Like, sometimes it'll just be like that. And I think that's just a mixture of the fact that it is... A lot of this stuff is, you know, run by random number generators and stuff like that. Like, enemy designs, layout, like, all... not enemy design. Enemy layout, room layout, enemy, like, choices, like, that stuff's all randomly generated. So, like, it can get, like, a little bit fishy when it comes to what you're getting. Like, sometimes you get a room full of enemies that are really hard together, and sometimes you get a room that's just got one enemy in it who's garbage, and you're just like, what the fuck? Bombs are key. Alright. Let's keep going. Yeah, like, I enjoy this game a lot, and I would genuinely recommend it to anybody who, like, is thinking about getting another game that they can sort of just play in the background. Like, it is one of those games that I use to just relax when I don't know what I want to play. I'll be like, I'm not sure. I don't know what I feel like playing today. I'll play Binding of Isaac. Because I know it's a game I'm going to enjoy, and that I don't have to be, like, too invested in, like, brain-wise. I can just turn it on and go, and it's easy. Like, obviously the game itself isn't easy, but the concept of it is easy. Like, I don't have to think about what I'm doing as much. Like, there's no story that's, like, in your face. There's obviously a story, and it's a very good one. But, like, it, like, gameplay-wise, it's not hard to understand how to play it. It's just good, easy shit. And that's what I like about it. It's so simple. Binding of Isaac is fair. I think it's fair gameplay-wise. Like, it can be bullshit sometimes. But I do genuinely think, for the most part, I've never had, like, too many, like, genuinely unfair stuff happen in it. Maybe I'm just lucky. But I feel like I've very rarely had times where I'm like, yeah, nah, that was complete crap. I should have, like, easily won that. I've always felt that, for the most part, if I've lost, it's been because I didn't play well enough. Speed down, no! That's what I get for picking up pills off the floor, I guess. See, these enemies are the ones that annoy me, because they just, their conditional immortality is very annoying. And it's very frustrating when you're in, like, a room with many of them, like, a huge amount of them, not just, like, 3 like that, but, like, loads. Oh, hey, Lupine, how's it going, pal? And because of their conditional immortality, you just can't fucking beat them. You can't, because there's so many of them. They whittle down your health, and there's very little you can do about it. Come on. Alright, let's keep going. But I don't know, like, I really love this game. I don't know, I've been playing it a lot recently, just because it's so easy for me to veg out while I play it. Like, I don't have to think, I can just sit there and play the game, watch videos in the background, and just relax. I know that's probably, like, sounds really dumb, because it's a hard game, but also, like, I also know there's no real downside to me losing, and, you know, it's so easy to start again. You just press a spacebar and you're playing again. Like, it's not hard to restart if you lose. Which I like. It's one thing I really like about roguelites, is that you can just quickly jump right back into it. You don't have to just do anything. You're currently playing Pokemon Diamond. Bro, that's the first ever Pokemon game I played. Pokemon Diamond is where it's at. Oh my god. I love Pokemon Diamond. Fuck Pokemon Pearl. Pfft. Pokemon Diamond for days. I'm gonna get so much shit for that. I'm sorry, but Pokemon Diamond is the clear better game. Just because it's the one I played, and I'm better than everybody. Obviously. See, like, this laser item is so bullshit. Because you can just stand at the top of the room where they can't really hit me, and then just go bananas. It's my first Pokemon game too. I think it was for, like, a lot of people. Like, a lot of people from our generation, like, 2000s onwards, either Pokemon Pearl or Pokemon Diamond was kind of their first Pokemon game. Because I guess it came out around the time we were starting to get old enough to really, like, play video games. But, like, my first ever games were on the DS. I had Pokemon Spyro Season of Ice and a Crash Bandicoot game on a GBA cartridge, like, together as a dual cartridge. And I got that when I was 6. And I remember it so clearly. It's, like, one of the few things I can remember, because I have a terrible memory. But I can remember it so well, because I loved it. And I'm gonna, like, play some ROMs and stuff on my streams at some point. So that we can, you know, play some ROMs and relive the glory of the DS. And also there's lots of fun DS games, like Pokemon. We can do some Nuzlocke runs and stuff like that. You know, do some Nuzlocke runs, do some other stuff. Play some good old games that'll bring me right back to my childhood, you know? That's what I need, to just be reminded of my childhood, because it was great. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Is it worth sacrificing a health for it? I don't think I really need it, but I definitely need the health, so I think I'll pass this time. You just got it around Christmas? You mean this Christmas, or, like, last Christmas? Like, not last Christmas. I have brain damage, ignore me. I don't know, I'm like half asleep today, I don't know. I don't want this. I hate the reusable bomb one. I hate him. Ugh. Thanks for wasting that. These guys are, like, annoying. They used to be, like, the hardest enemy for me. Until I got better at the game and I realized that they're really not that hard. You just spam the shit out of them and you'll be fine. Not these guys, the ones that respawn if you don't kill them fast enough. This Christmas, So you've only started playing Pokemon, like, this year? Man. I was gonna say how old are you, but one, that's not fair of me to ask, and two, honestly, like, it doesn't matter how old you are when you first start playing Pokemon. Pokemon is just... It's one of those things, doesn't matter when you start playing it, it's always gonna be that amazing memory of, like, the first time you play it. Like, I still remember the Empoleon I had from my first Pokemon game. I don't have it anymore. I don't know what happened to him. I know I didn't save him. Like, I wish I'd known back in the day how to, like, save Pokemon. I don't think Pokemon Bank even existed back when I was playing, Pokemon Diamond. But that Empoleon, I don't even know what I named him, but I know that I loved him. Like, that Empoleon was everything to me as a kid. I loved him, man. I miss him. I miss my Empoleon. All I can say is just enjoy it, because, like, fuck, man. Pokemon is... It's such a formative game, I think. Like, a lot of people who played it as kids, like, it was this formative experience for them. Like, I don't know. It meant a lot to a lot of people. X-Lax. Let's just go bananas on this boss fight. Fuck it. Yeah, see, this is the harder, Monstro. I didn't know he would appear in this earlier version, because I haven't, like, beaten the game. I thought you had to beat the game first before you got, like, these harder bosses. Clearly not. I like to bait him to use his laser, because it gives me a second to recover. Honestly, like, I think I'm gonna do a Pokemon Diamond Nuzlocke run on the channel soon. Because, like, I want to do some Nuzlockes on the channel. Like, I feel like that would be fun as hell to do. I just never got any as a kid because I got hand-me-down games because I had 4 older siblings. Oh, man. I'd say that's a mood, but my sister really didn't play video games, so I was lucky that, like, I didn't have to have hand-me-down video games. I just got whatever I was able to get. But, like, I feel that. Like, I got a lot of hand-me-down stuff from my sister, so I can 100%... Like, I don't have 4 older siblings. God help me, I don't think I would have survived if I had 4 older siblings. But, I had 1, and that was enough. That was enough that I was constantly getting hand-me-down stuff, and it was very annoying. Like, for anybody who's never had siblings, like, they don't understand. They're like, oh, what? Hand-me-down stuff? Why does it fucking matter? It's like, it's just stuff. It's like, well, yeah, but you want to have your own shit instead of having something that every other person in the family's had, you know? Like, with my sister, a lot of the stuff she liked, I didn't. So I'd just get this hand-me-down stuff that I didn't want. And it would be very frustrating. But also, like, you know, at the same time, you can't really do much about it. You're just like, fuck it, you know. I'll just throw it out, worst comes to worst. But yeah, because my sister never really played video games that much, I was lucky that I didn't have to share it in that sense. Like, she'd play some video games and stuff, but she wasn't, like, she didn't use them enough that I had to, like, really care so much about what she was getting. And I didn't get hand-me-down games or anything from her. Like, I almost feel bad for people who don't have, like, siblings, whether it be older or younger, because, like, you just don't understand the annoyance of it. Like, you see it so much in people who, like, write siblings in, like, novels and stuff. You're like, have you ever seen siblings? Like, they do not act like this. A lot of siblings are not, like, these best friends who would do anything for each other. Like, obviously there are siblings like that. But most siblings would rather murder each other than actually help each other. Like, let's be real here. siblings are at any point 2 seconds away from killing each other. I should be able to take her out. Like, I'm a lot better at this game than I used to be, but also I am pretty low, so maybe I won't. I'd like to take her out on my first go round, but, you know, yay, look at that. Off we go. Also can't afford any new Nintendo system to get a newer game. Oh, I feel that. The only reason I have a Switch at all is because my second last job, I had a huge paycheck when I finished, because like it paid a lot. It was a terrible job, but it paid a lot. And I had my last paycheck, which I didn't even realize was my last paycheck. I bought a Switch, and because I had like $600 or something, and I was so happy. I was like, oh, I'll buy a Switch, you know, like that'll be great. And then I lost my job after that. So that's the only reason I have a Switch. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it, because they're expensive things. Like, in a way, I regret that I spent that money, but also I don't, because like I love my Switch, and I love that, you know, I can have those newer games. It annoys me that I can't stream with it though. Like, I can't stream Breath of the Wild because I love that fucking game, or the new Animal Crossing that's coming out, and I haven't even played Sword and Shield yet, because I can't afford it yet. I need to wait till I actually get paid real human money. Or real, like, decent amounts of real human money. But I'm gonna figure out, like, how to stream from my Switch, because you can. People do it all the time. And you can get, like, Switch emulators and stuff, but they're really confusing. Like, I tried to do them the other day, and they require you to, like, crack your Switch and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I don't feel like having my fucking console broken, thanks. Like, I get so worried about that sort of stuff, because like I don't want my $500 console to be broken, because I can't afford to replace it. You know, that's just, it's expensive stuff that I cannot afford to replace. Stop spawning these fuckers. It's so annoying. Waller, stop it. Book of Revelations appeared in the basement. Nice. Pick that up. Oh yeah, they're still, even so long after their release, they are still so expensive. I'd say like use Gumtree or Facebook Marketplace. Like, that's probably the place you're gonna find them cheapest. Like, not even eBay really has them that cheap. I'd genuinely say like either Gumtree or Facebook Marketplace, because that's where I got my Facebook Marketplace is where I got my VR headset, like my PSVR headset, and it was so much cheaper than anything I'd seen really on eBay. Because like eBay is good, but it can be really expensive sometimes, like nuts so sometimes, especially with if you're ordering it from the States or like somewhere over there, and like the shipping is nuts and all that stuff. Like, anybody who lives in Australia like just fucking understands it 100% that like buying online is just a nightmare, because 90% of the time it comes from the US, and shipping from the US costs a fortune. Like, you can't get anything without paying like $20-$30 in shipping, depending on what you're bringing over. If they'll even ship to Australia. If it's like something weird, then they're like, we won't ship to Australia, fuck you. It's like, why? You'll ship to everywhere in the US, but as soon as I say that I'm in a different country, you're like, yeah, nah, fuck it. Pay me $50 to ship. I even looked at 3DSs and they're still like $250. I can't even remember how much the one I got cost. Like, I know I got it back in like 2016 when I was working at Macca's, because me and my sister had to share it, and I promise you we did not share it. I just used it and she never ended up using it. And I knew that would happen. That's why I agreed to the whole like sharing plan, because I was like, I know she's not going to use it. Or if she is, she's going to use it like once or twice and then never again, because she just wouldn't. And I'm not stupid enough to believe she would. And it's good, like, it's still running strong now, like, 4 years later, I think. Because, yeah, I would have gotten it in 2016. It's running 4 years strong and it's gone great. And, thing is, though, like, don't worry about getting a 3DS. Genuinely, just get an emulator. It is not worth buying one. Just get an emulator. I say this as someone who uses it all the time. Get Citra, which is a 3DS emulator. Download some ROMs and just go for it. It's exactly the same as playing it on a DS. It just doesn't cost you anything. Like, it just means it's not portable unless you have a laptop, and then, yeah, you basically got a 3DS without the cost. Like, that's why I'm always like, if you want to play things like that, get an emulator. Always, always, always. Because it's cheaper, and you know what? Those companies make more than enough money, so fuck them. Stretch it out. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. Oh, you don't have a computer? You can get it on your phone. You can get, if you have a phone, your emulators work on your phone. I think you can get NDS. Yeah, NDS on your phone, and you can just play them on your phone. That's what I did before I had a PC that could run anything. I would just get, so I played a little bit of Zelda, what's it called? Zelda Ocarina of Time on my phone. It didn't work that great because Zelda Ocarina of Time, it's like, it's one of those games where you really just need to be actually using the console. Because it has, like, it has a controller that just, like, because it's an N64. Is it N64? I want to say it's N64. N64 game, it has, like, a huge controller that has, like, all these buttons, and you need a controller to play it. But yeah, get it on your phone if you're able to. Like, if you have a phone, obviously. I don't want to assume you have a phone. Because, like, I want to spread the word of how to be a cheap bastard, because, like, I know after 2 years of not having a job, like, being a cheap bastard becomes just a skill in and of itself. Like, it's so nice just to be a cheap piece of shit and not pay for things. Like, it's why I use Steam Unlocked and stuff like that, like, websites that are fucking awesome for letting you just get what you need and not have to spend a fortune, because games are so expensive, like, absurdly so. But yeah, like, I'll send some stuff in Discord that you can get so that you can get, like, Pokemon and stuff like that on your phone. But it's well worth it. Like, I normally do it if I'm going on a trip and I don't want to take my DS, because, like, it's just another thing to add into my fucking bag. I'll just take my phone and play it on there. Because I think I'm playing Pokemon Ultra Sun, I think. Because I've got Pokemon Sun on my DS. Like, I've got an actual copy of the game. But Ultra Sun has, like, some cool stuff as well that, like, you don't get in the base game because they wanted to make more money, so they just make a second version of it, which I think is really dumb. Like, that's one of the reasons why I don't care about, like, pirating stuff, is that a lot of the time these new games are just the same game with better content in them. Like, Ultra Sun is literally just Pokemon Sun, but actually made to be better. They just made a better version of the game. And it's like, well, then why did I buy Pokemon Sun if you're just going to make a second version of the game that's better? You know? It's a little bit frustrating. Like, this boss is a really easy boss, to be fair. Except when you get hit by it because you're an idiot. But yeah, like, I'll send some stuff in Discord, yeah. Cause, like, I honestly, I feel like it's unfair to, like, learning this shit is hard. It's hard to figure out what's a legit way of pirating things and what isn't. The fact that they make at least 2 Pokemon games for each gen is so stupid. It depends. If they're 2 separate games, then I don't mind. But if they make, you know, Pokemon Sun and Moon and then Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, it's like, why? Why not have just made Ultra Sun and Moon as Sun and Moon? Take the extra time to make the better game the one you released in the first place. Like, that annoys me quite a bit. And it's one thing that does very much annoy me about Nintendo, is that they can be very money grubbing sometimes. Like, they genuinely sometimes just don't understand that you don't need to squeeze everything. Like, Pokemon is one of their cash cows. Between Pokemon, Mario, and I don't know, they've got a bunch of cash cows, honestly. It's very annoying because they can be very milking when it comes to their IPs. It's like, you don't need to do that. You've already got the market cornered for so many of these games. Like, stop. You don't need to do this. You make a fortune. But that being said, I remember like reading a lot of articles and stuff about how when the Wii U was going poorly, because of course it did. It was a Switch before they actually knew what they were doing. That the people who made the Switch, like the higher ups, docked their own wages so that they could afford to keep paying their workers, because they said, look, if this failed, it was because we didn't do something right. Like, we approved this being made and it didn't work, which means it was, you know, our fault. And I was like, you know what, I'm really like supportive of that these people realize that as like the higher ups, if something doesn't go right, they're the ones who signed off on it. They're the ones who said, yeah, this'll work. It didn't. Then, and their workers shouldn't be underpaid just because of, you know, that going wrong. Like, I can also understand that also, you know, people mess up. Sometimes you think something's gonna work and it doesn't. Like, the Wii U was a good idea. It was just not done well, or really, I think, at a time when people were really ready for that sort of thing, I think. Like, I think at the time Wii U was released, we honestly weren't looking for that in consoles. We were just looking for a stable console. We didn't really give a shit if it was portable or not. And, like, it was great that you could, you know, play games and, you know, have spare on the TV and stuff. Like, if you look at a lot of the things that are marketed for the Switch, a lot of them are the same things that were marketed for the Wii U. They basically took the Wii U and actually made it good. And I remember when the Switch was getting marketed, how they were saying, oh, you can just take it off its stand and go outside and play, like, Skyrim and stuff. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That sounds awesome. And it didn't even register in my mind that that's basically what they were doing with the Wii U until, like, afterwards. And I was like, wait, they've done this before. And it was a fucking disaster. But also, technology wasn't as advanced back then to allow for a powerful handheld console. Because, like, the Wii U still needed the actual console itself, separate from the tablet part, which I think was one of the downsides of it. Like, you had to have the 2 parts of it, whereas with the Switch, it's just one thing. Like, obviously, you have the dock if you want to add it to your TV or something, but that's easy and, like, movable. I don't know. I think, really, they just made the Wii U have a glow-up, and it worked. And honestly, I always, like, say, like, even when I come to, like, pirating, I say, like, if you can afford to buy a game, you should buy it. But if you can't, then pirate it, and then buy it later. Like, I always treat it more as an IOU, where I'll play the game, and if I like it, I'll buy it, and if I don't like it, I just won't buy it. I just won't play the game anymore, and I won't buy it. And I know that sounds really dumb, but it's like, it's a try before you buy. I'm playing this game, I like it, I'll buy it. Or, I don't like this very much, I won't buy it. And it saves me money because I'm not buying a game, deciding it's garbage, and then, you know, fucking wasting my money. In theory, the Switch is amazing, but it's also like, I want to take my $300 console out and about. Yeah, I can understand that. Like, I was really nervous taking out my Switch, like, the first couple times. I was shit scared. So I was like, oh my god, what happens? What if it, you know, what if it breaks? What if, you know, something goes really wrong, you know, like, what's gonna happen? And then I kind of got to the point where I was like, you know what, fuck it. This thing is sturdy, it's fine, it's not gonna break, like, I'll be alright. And it has been, like, I haven't broken my Switch. I've had it since 2016 and I haven't broken it, so I'm pretty happy. And even then, like, when I got it, it was about, like, $500 for a console. They've gotten a lot cheaper. Like, I know $300 isn't cheap, but compared to when I bought it, $300 is cheap. Like, that's $200 or so dollars, maybe even more, less than what I paid for it. And honestly, my Switch is sturdy. Like, you can get cases and stuff for them and carry cases and stuff like that. I don't even bother with that. I just launch it into my bag. Like, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what? The thing's fine. It's not some little princess. It'll be fine. It's not gonna break. And if it does, so be it, you know? Like, I've become a lot more relaxed about that sort of stuff. Like, I used to not take my PS4 anywhere. Because, like, moving around consoles like that can be, like, really dangerous. Because you can drop it and stuff like that. But I've dropped my console more than once. And I'm just like, oh, shit. That sucks. And I just keep going. Because, like, they're a lot more sturdy than they look. Which is really dumb. Like, a really dumb thing. And you should not listen to me when I say, like, I'm not saying, like, go drop your consoles right now. I'm just saying, like, obviously there are always going to be the horror stories of them breaking really easily. But, like, man, they're built pretty well, all things considered. Yoink. Come on, just die. I don't want speed down. Go away. But yeah, like, it's nice. Like, having my Switch, it's definitely, like, it's good. It's nice to have, like, a powerful-ish console to take with you on the road that's not, like, big and bulky. Like, I could take my PS4 with me, or I could have a similar-ish experience with my Switch that's a lot easier to take with me. Like, I definitely find that, like, my Switch plays the games that I want it to do, and, like, it plays well. Like, it does well, all things considered. For, like, it's not a hugely powerful, like, it's powerful, but if you compare it to, you know, even just a phone, phones can do a lot of the stuff that a Switch can do. You can't even watch, like, YouTube and stuff on a Switch. Like, there's no dedicated app for it. You have to, like, go through a bunch of bullshit just to watch YouTube, and that's really annoying. But also, like, you know, I can understand it, I guess. Oh wait, can you watch YouTube on it? I can't even remember now. Maybe you can. Hold on. I'm literally going to check right now and see if you can, because I can't remember. Oh, did she leave this to get flat? My mum's been playing Stardew Valley on it, and I bet that she's let it go flat. No, it's charged. Oh no, there is a YouTube app. Okay, I'm a fucking liar. I completely forgot. Great. Now I look like Boo Boo the goddamn fool. But yeah, like, honestly, the Switch is really good. And I would recommend getting one, but also, they're expensive, and there are much better things to buy than a fucking expensive-ass console. Like, it's the same with a PC and stuff like that. Like, I am in love with my PC, but it's literally taken me the majority of my life to get a PC this powerful. Like, I've spent the majority of my life with a pretty average PC, if not below average. And that's just how it is. Like, I know that sounds... it's a first world problem, absolutely. And it's like, it's not that big a deal. Let's be real here. Like, having a shitty PC doesn't mean I'm some fucking poor, hard soul. Oh, it's just so hard to be me. Like, it's frustrating, because it'd be like, oh, I want to play this game, but I can't, because my PC can't run it. And it's a very liberating experience to go from, oh, I wonder if I can run this, to, oh, I wonder if I want this. Like, it's no longer about, can I run it? It's, do I want to? Like, is this something that I want to have, rather than, is it the only thing I could possibly fucking, play? Because, like, I had a bunch of games on Steam and stuff that I bought to play on my PC, only to go, oh wait, my PC can't fucking run this. And so they'd sit there not being used, because I literally just couldn't use them. Because I didn't have the power to run them. And it was really frustrating. Because you'd be like, oh, I really want to play this game, but my PC is still incapable of running it. Even if it's like not even that high a level of a game, my PC would just be like, yeah, fuck yeah. I don't want to use these. I want to save up my coins because it can let you get a new. If you hold, I think it's 60 coins or something. You can get a different character, and it's fun just to get lots of characters. I'm just gonna poison all of these boys and then just leave them to die, because like that way I don't have to worry about it. The poison will get them before I have to worry about them. See, like, look at that, nice. But I will say this, if you are getting a Switch, you need to be, like, prepared for the fact that, like, games are really expensive. It's the same, really, with 3DS. The games are very expensive, because Nintendo very rarely puts any of their games on sale. And especially on the Nintendo store, because they have no competition, all of their stuff is very expensive, because they don't need to lower their prices or like have competition. Like, it's not like with Sony and Xbox where they have to have competition to ensure that they get chosen. Nintendo has no competition for its games, so it can keep them as expensive as they like, and you don't have a choice. You have to buy it from them or from like a secondhand retailer, obviously, but like the prices very, very rarely go on sale because they have no motivation to actually put their stuff on sale. They don't lose anything from keeping their prices absurdly high. Like, they just get more money for it. And it's dumb, but also, like, it's understandable. It's like, if you can charge that much, they may as well. Like, who's gonna stop them? You know, people are still gonna come to them for Zelda and for Mario and for all this stuff. Like, you can't go anywhere else, and it's frustrating because like it really puts a lot of people at a disadvantage where they can't afford the newer games because they never go on sale. Like, a lot of people wait till sale, like with Steam sales and stuff. They wait till then before they'll get a game, you know, and they'll hoard their money for ages and ages and ages until they're finally able to get this game that they've been waiting for. And then there's like Nintendo where it's like, yeah, we're never gonna put our shit on sale, fuck you. It's like, oh wow, thanks for that, Nintendo, appreciate it. Like, I do wish there was more incentive for them to put their stuff on sale, because it would mean I would be more willing to buy their stuff instead of pirating it, because I'd be like, oh, okay, I don't actually want that alt though. I want my heart one because it really helps me out. Nintendo, the rich man's console. It really is. Like, I feel like Nintendo, I think that's why a lot of people are like, who play Nintendo a lot are like elitists when it comes to games, because it's like you have to have a lot of money to be able to play all the new games and all this sort of stuff. Like, you need to have a lot of money because it's incredibly expensive to keep up with all of the new releases and stuff that come on from Nintendo, because they just never go on sale. And it's very frustrating because it leaves a lot of the people who don't have as much money very much out of the loop, and it's unfair because a lot of them are Nintendo fans, probably from their childhood when games were fucking cheaper. Like, you look at games now, Nintendo games now, like 70, 80 bucks. Like, Sword and Shield, which came out in November last year on my birthday, like, that shit is still 80 bucks. Like, 80 bucks for a game that is multiple months old. Like, you'd have to be insane to expect people to... No! You'd have to be insane to expect people to pay that much money. Like, it's what? November, December, January, February. It's almost like 4 months old. Like, fuck you if you think I'm going to pay that much money for a game that is that old. Like, no way. I don't think so, honey. It's very frustrating. And it's why I think we do see a lot of, like, Nintendo elitists when it comes to gaming. Because you have to have a decent amount of money to be able to afford to play the newest releases when they come out. Like, the reason I even got a Switch was not only for the new Pokemon games that were going to be coming out, but because of Breath of the Wild. You can't play it anywhere else, so you have to get a Switch, or you just don't play the game. And it's really frustrating, because, you know, it locks off amazing titles from people who can't afford a fucking $500 console. And you can say the same for, like, PS4s and all of that. Like, they're expensive fucking consoles. They're not cheap either. But if you go right now and try and get a PS4, you could probably find one for $200, $150 if you, like, went for one of the older ones. Whereas with Switches, even, like, second-hand ones are still worth, you know, $300, $400 if they're in, like, really good condition. And you're just like, fuck that, you know? It's so expensive and it's just garbage. It's not fair just how expensive it is. Ooh. I've just been living vicariously through Twitch. Yeah, I haven't played Sword and Shield yet. I want to get it so bad. I'll probably get it on my next paycheck if I'm really feeling spicy. But, like, I wish they'd put their shit on sale, like, once. Even if it was just, like, once a year for, like, a Christmas sale or something. Like, do they know how much money they would make if they put their shit on sale? Like, whenever people think of sales, like, oh, it means they're losing money. It's like, no. Sales drive up how much money they make, because by lowering their prices a little bit, they incentivize more people to buy, and the money that they would have otherwise lost, in quotation marks, through lowering their prices, they almost triple by having more people buy the slightly lower thing. Like, genuinely, they could make a lot of money through sales. That's why, like, Steam and stuff do those sales, because by making it look like, you know, the individual is saving money, but in reality, more money is being spent, so, you know, they make it up very easily. Like, it's interesting. Like, the whole point of a sale, you'd think, is to save you money, and it does, on the individual level, save you money. But on the bigger scale, it makes corporations a lot of money. I am, however, very excited for Breath of the Wild 2. I want to see what they do with it. Like, I don't know what they're really gonna do with the story. Like, it's a very interesting thing that I'm looking for. I hope they don't, like, do a shit job of it, because, like, Breath of the Wild was one of my favorite games, like, when it was out, and even now I really enjoy it. It's such a fun game. Like, it's the first Zelda game that I really, like, heavily got into. Like, the last time I really, like, played a Breath of the Wild, a Zelda game, was Skyward Sword on the Wii, and that was because I borrowed it from Video Easy back in the day when Video Easy was still a thing. I remember my mum took me to Video Easy and she's like, okay, you can pick out a game for the weekend. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And I got Zelda Skyward Sword, and it was awesome. I enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't an amazing 10 out of 10 best game ever sort of deal, but it was good. It was an enjoyable game. I wish those sorts of things were still happening, like Video Easy and all of that. Like, it was so nice just to be able to pay, like, $10 to borrow a game for the weekend, play it, finish it, return it, and you've had the enjoyment of a game for, like, a quarter of the price, and you don't even have to look after the game once you're done with it. You can just be like, yep, I'm done with this, send it back. Like, that was good. It was the same with movies, though obviously now we don't really need to do that, because we got, like, we've got stuff like Netflix and stuff where it doesn't really matter. You don't have to borrow movies, but, man, Video Easy was great for games, because you could just borrow them. And that's the thing, like, The whole idea of borrowing games is so fucking good. You know, bring back Video Easy, guys. I want them back. I miss them. Like, we have Video Easy, like, ATM sort of things at the shops. But that's only for movies, and I think that's dumb. We need something similar, but for games, where you can just hire games for a little bit, pay a small price to hire a game, play it for a little while, and then you can just send it back. And then that way you don't have to pay, like, full price to enjoy it. And you still get to play the game you want. Like, I would fund that shit. That would be awesome. Come on. Open up your mouth. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you, Blumbo. He's a good little man, really. He helps me a lot. Because he eats the hearts that are, like, left over that I don't use. Well, he eats any of the hearts, but if I grab them before he gets them, they're left over. And he turns them into, soul hearts, or soul containers. Which is great. Because they're more useful than hearts that I can't consume because I've got full hearts. Come on, down, 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 down. And the flame's getting higher. And it burns, burns, burns. A ring of fire. A ring of fire. I'm pretty sure game borrowing places exist, but it's all set up online, I think. Probably, man, but, like, the thrill of getting to go to a Video Easy after going to school, like, you come home from school and your mum's like, oh, let's go to Video Easy, and then you go get a cool game that you can play over the weekend. Like, that is just something from my childhood that sounds really dumb and simple, but, like, I love it so much. Like, it was one of those things that I just loved so much. Like, getting to go pick out a movie for the weekend, and a movie and a video game, and just maybe get some lollies at the store, and just have the fucking time of your life. Like, honestly, it was amazing. I loved it so much. It was like one of the best parts of my childhood, which sounds really dumb, but it was just like one of those memories that I can just fondly look back on and be like, oh man, I remember that. That was good. And it burns, burns, ring of fire, the ring of fire. I'm doing no damage to these dudes. Oh no. I hate these guys. Like, they're one of the worst enemies, these guys, because they just charge at you and it's so annoying. Die. Stop! You have violated the law. Pay your fine or go to jail. Ugh. Most of the time, a cold has you sick for a whole week, but I found how to get cured on 7 days. Share your secrets, we must know. We must know the secrets. I don't even know what that does. The dice. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on, you little maggot-ass bastard. Alright, now I can get these guys. Because the bouncy bomb boys, they aren't too much of a problem. They're annoying, but they're not that much of a problem. But the maggots are the real problem. Because they will just ruin me by charging me. Charging me $2.50. Fucky long time. Oh, another friend. Well, he's the chargy boy. Okay. Fair enough. Now I've just got this whole, like, parade following behind me. Getting the flame, getting higher. It burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Kill him. Kill the child. Ow. Don't hit me, bitch. Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. Stupid fat bastard. Stop peeing yourself, you goblin. Damage me up. Ah, come here, you stupid heart. There we go. Oh, no. That was mine, but alright. What's my favorite diamond Pokemon? Honestly, I'd probably have to say either Dialga or Empoleon. Like, I know Empoleon wasn't... I don't think that was... it might have been actually the first time Piplup and Empoleon and all that were in the games. But I loved my starter, and I love Dialga. Like, Dialga is one of my favorite legendaries, just because he was, like, the first legendary ever. And also, I watched the Rise of Darkrai, which is a Pokemon movie, and Dialga is in it, and I love... Oh, man. I'm just such a whore for it. Oh my god, all my followers got turned into one follower. Why? Why must this be the way things are? It, like, changed everything about my character. Why? Why? Balls of Steel. And the sun. All my followers got changed. Why must this be the way things are? I don't even know what this follower does. Not a whole lot by the looks of it. Yeah, like it changed all of the things that I was carrying. So now I know what the pills do and all this sort of stuff. Like, that's good. But it's like, it's not what I was expecting. I was expecting to get like some coins or something from it. But those rooms always do good stuff. It's just always confusing what the fuck they actually did. What the fuck? Okay. This way. Oh, it's a maze. Okay. Only God can judge me. Yeah, see, the Curse of the Maze sucks, because you never actually are going to be able to get into the room you want to fucking be in. Please just let me leave. I want to go into this room. I have to say that, like, if you have the time, watch The Rise of Darkrai. Like, I loved that movie as a kid. And it's not even that great of a movie. It's just really good. I liked it. It's got Piplup in it. It's got Darkrai in it, who's another legendary that I really like. It's a good movie. And you should watch it. And rate it 10 stars. And give it all of your money. No, I made it. Bullshit. Faith up. My faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Coronavirus, oh no. Honestly, like, people are so worried about coronavirus. It's like, it's a bad thing. But it's, like, people are really, like, overemphasizing how much it's actually doing. Like, it's incredibly bad for the people in China. It's an incredibly dangerous disease. And it needs to be taken seriously in that sense. But we also need to realize that by chucking a fit and like acting as if the world's gonna end because of it, we're only blowing it incredibly out of proportion. Like, what we need to do is give our support to China and assist them in being able to help it and like help cure it. But like places like America where they're chucking a fit, it's like, you guys brought back polio and measles. You do not have the right to be talking about other people's health and like healthcare choices and issues. Like, you literally brought back polio and the measles for no other reason than because you wanted to. Like, you don't have the right to be talking smack about anybody else's health, you know? But that's none of my business. Except it 100% is. Because they bring that shit to Australia. And then it becomes my problem, because I'm the one who has to deal with their bullshit. I'm pretty sure the flu kills 100 times more than people a year. Yeah. Coronavirus has not actually killed, in reality, that many people. It's tragic, for sure. The fact that there is a disease that is really genuinely dangerous and affecting people, that's 100%, it's a problem. And it needs the support of the international community to be able to shut it down before it gets any worse. But blowing it out of proportion and calling it this big global epidemic, it's like, it's not. Unless you are already ill and have like a terminal illness already, well, not even terminal, but if you're immunosuppressed, or if you're already like elderly and struggling with illness, it's really unlikely that it's going to kill you. Like, you need to already have pre-existing medical conditions or be immunocompromised for it to really do any genuine damage that's going to be a problem. But it's very easy to use this disease as a way to spread xenophobia about China. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why it's become such this huge deal, is because it's an excuse for a lot of people to be racist about China and racist about all this sort of stuff and be like, oh, it's like, no, you just wanted an excuse. This is giving you an excuse. You're not going to get coronavirus. Like, fucking calm down, homie. It ain't that deep. People seem to be pulling a lot of anti-China sentiments lately. Absolutely. It's given people an excuse to be racist, and so they're going to use that for as much as they can, and it's gross. It really is just foul that people are using a genuine tragedy to just be racist. You know, as far as they're concerned, it's a good excuse to have anti-China sentiments. It's like, no, you're just being xenophobic. That's all you're doing. You're using a genuine tragedy and dangerous illness as a reason to literally just, like, block people out of your country for doing nothing wrong. Like, I understand that there are, like, borders basically saying, hey, look, we don't want coronavirus in the country. We should probably stop any more people coming into the country with the illness. But there are like Chinese people already in the country who are being like treated like shit. And it's like, why? They don't have coronavirus. Do people not realize that just because they're Chinese doesn't mean they have fucking coronavirus? Like, that is so brain dead. But like, I'm not surprised, because racist people will find any means necessary to be racist, you know? They don't need an excuse, but they'll take one. Oof. Oof. I don't have another key. Oh my god, I am one ugly bitch. Oh, I need to go out that way. And then down. Also, people using Chinese money excuse for hating on China when Disney doesn't put in a gay character. Oh, absolutely. Like, when I was first hearing about it, I was like, oh yeah, it must be China's fault. Then I thought about it and I was like, it's not really China's fault. Like, in reality, Disney doesn't have to cater to the Chinese government's desires for what they want. If Disney gave enough of a shit, they would put those characters in whether or not China would accept it or not. Like, it's really the fact that Disney isn't willing to do it because it would dampen their money. Like, it's got nothing to do with China explicitly. Like, the Chinese people in general don't have a say in what's in their movies. It is the Chinese government and the Chinese like censorship police, basically. And by police I don't mean actual police, who decide that. It's not the Chinese people who decide that. Like, you don't get to decide what's in your media. Why do you think the general Chinese population has a decision for theirs? Also, like, America hates gays too. Oh, absolutely. Like, a lot of people like to pretend as if the hatred of the LGBT community has just disappeared because, oh, but you're allowed to get married. It's like, and? Wow, we can get married, but we still get beaten to shit. Like, it took ages for Australia to get on the same board, and even then it was used as a political fucking jumping board anyway, and it wasn't done because they actually were like, oh, we want people to be happy. It was, oh, this can get us votes, so we'll do it. Like, it's just, it's so stupid that American people be like, but the Chinese are anti-gay. It's like, and so are you. You fucking clowns. You're no better. You just think you're better because you're fucking white and you think that that means you're better. I can do that too. Alright. What have you got for me today? I can get both of them. Unlocked Azazel and Friends to the End. I mean, our vice president literally openly supports conversion therapy and killing gay people, but it's the Chinese money, sure. Oh, absolutely. There's so many things in place, like blaming another country for something that's got very little to directly do with the actual Chinese public. It's just racism. Like, when I first saw posts about it, I was agreeing with it. I was like, oh yeah, fucking, it must be because of that. And it took until I, like, thought about it for a few seconds, and I was like, you know what? No, that's bullshit and just racist. Like, honestly, it's hard to fucking call yourself out on that sort of stuff. Because you're like, oh, this must be why this is happening. It's like, no, it's really not. We are letting ourselves be told that it's because of China and not because of Disney itself. Like, if Disney wanted to do something, it would do it. And it has the ability to make gay characters if they wanted to. They're just not. You know, like, it was like how they were hyping up that there was a gay character in Endgame. And it was just literally a 2-second thing of Sin saying he had a boyfriend, and it was just some throwaway character for 1 second. They really, like, were banking on clowning everybody and making them all into, you know, like, really just lying about having this representation in their movie because they knew it would mean they would get more money. If they lied and said that there was LGBT representation, they knew they'd get better coverage, they'd get more people coming to see their movie, and then it, you know, that would make them more money. And it was gross because I went in there genuinely thinking, oh wow, there's representation in this movie, I'm so excited. But no, there's not. It was just a throwaway bullshit line that was designed specifically so that it could be cut out of the movie so that it could be sold to countries that have a higher censorship rating. And then, you know, nothing comes of it. And it's very frustrating that they really just purposefully went out of their way to lie, essentially, to the LGBT community and to everybody about representation in their movies that doesn't exist. Like, that's not good enough. And, like, I know a lot of people saying, oh, but you got something, why are you not happy with something? It's like, well, there's something, and then there's actual representation. Because that's not representation, that's just pandering for the sake of getting more people to watch your movie without actually having to make an effort to actually have to making an effort to write a character who's LGBT, because, you know, God knows that'd just be too hard. Marvel writing a character in a movie that, you know, isn't straight, cis, and white, God no. God forbid. And, like, there was obviously all the hype around Black Panther and how, you know, oh, they finally bring more people of color into the cinematic universe. It's like, yeah, but God, at what cost? At what cost? Because all they've done now is just play diversity points again. They didn't try hard enough. Like, it was a good movie. Like, I have to say, I enjoyed Black Panther 100%. But instead of touting it as a good movie, they were like, it's all inclusive and all that. It's like, you shouldn't have to say, oh my God, we're being so inclusive. You should just be inclusive. Like, how hard is that? But, you know, it's all just too hard. There we go. I didn't know this pound of flesh thing actually took off my health, which is kind of rude. What a horrible night to have a curse. Ah, it killed me when I was trying to go for those soul containers. God damn it. Oh, man. I am hungry. I need to cook some food after this, because I'm a hungry man. We might only do a shorter stream today. I don't know. Like, I've been feeling like struggling to do streams, and that's why my schedule has been so spotty. I've been struggling to find the desire to do them. Not because I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm losing a bit of steam, I guess, when it comes to doing them. And like, I've been doing shorter streams a lot, and I know that's really like, it's really shitty, because I know you guys want me to actually do longer streams, but it's like hard. I'm struggling to have the push to actually do them. Because, you know, it's hard. What I might do, actually, is probably another Subnautica stream, like, but on PC, and I'll put some mods on and stuff. We'll do, like, a modded Subnautica stream. I think that'd be fun. That'd be, like, a nice, fun little thing to, have. And, like I've been saying for ages, I want to maybe move away from streaming and get into, just edited videos. Because that way, I feel like, if I move into edited videos and away from streaming, it's gonna mean, like, I can record when I want to and not feel, like, pressured to record when I'm not feeling good, you know? Marvel is Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther. I like Thor Ragnarok, I like Black Panther, but I'd say, like, I also enjoy Winter Soldier. I know it's not that great of a movie, but I don't know. It was one of those movies that when I was, like, in my teens, I really loved that movie. Like, I was obsessed with it. I'd watch it almost every day. Like, I loved it so much. Like, it is just one of those movies I love for no reason. But I think lately the Marvel movies have been going a little bit downhill, simply because they're trying to be more and more, like, average. Like, they're feeling stereotypical again. They're getting, like, into the same formula, and it's worrying, because, like, something Marvel was at least a little bit good at was not being too predictable, but now they've really fallen into a rut, I think, of doing the same thing over and over, the same tropes, the same stuff. Like, I'm glad they killed off Tony. Like, I liked his character for a while in the earlier movies, but as the movies went on, I really began to just dislike his character, because he was this messiah of the universe. He could do no wrong. He was, you know, he was this amazing character, and it was like, well, that's never what Tony Stark was about. And it's very boring to see him used as, like, the way he was. Like, he was just used so repeatedly in the same way. Like, oh, he's the smart tech guy and he can do no wrong. He's the best. Because he was the one who was carrying the MCU. Let's be real. The MCU really didn't take off until the first Iron Man movie. Like, that's when it caught its wind, and I think they rely way too heavily on Iron Man to carry their movies, and it makes it very boring. Like, you need to have faith in your other characters. And now that he's dead in the universe, like, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, maybe we'll get some, like, actual genuine decent attempts to characterize everyone other than their relationship to Tony Stark, you know? Yeah, like, I'm trying not to burn out. Like, I don't want to burn out. That's the last thing I want to do, but I feel like it's very easy for me to burn out because, like, I struggle so much with doing literally anything because I have dumb boy syndrome number 7. So, like, I'm trying to figure out ways to not burn out, whether it is doing, like reducing the number of streams I do instead of doing them every day, doing them every second day, or, like, something like that. Like, trying to find a way to balance out when I'm streaming and, like, how to keep myself from burning out. But it's hard. It's hard to figure out what's going to work and what's going to help me, like, grow the channel as well, because if I reduce how many streams I do, there's always going to be that chance that that's going to be what kills my channel, because I'm, you know, if I don't stream every day, like, could that be what just smothers my channel in the crib, and then I don't grow? Because I want to grow. I want this channel to become more, but it's so hard, and growing takes years and years and years, and it takes really finding your footing. Like, if you listen to any big streamer or YouTuber, it'll always be that one video that took off that gave them their popularity. And it's like, I wonder what that's going to be for me, if I even will find that one video that will, you know, launch me into having a career. Like, it's scary to think that there could not be that. Like, it could be that I just never take off, that this is it. This is as far as I'll ever get. And I don't want that to be the case. I want to grow. I want this channel to become big and to be able to do this for a living. But it's so hard to keep up my, like, my stamina for it all, because it's so disappointing, I guess, in a way, to, like, think about the fact that I could never grow past this point. Like, this could be it. I could have, you know, nothing past this point, and that would just be so disappointing, because I enjoy doing this. But it can just hurt a little bit, I guess, like, when you don't grow, like, when you stagnate. Like, I've been stagnating a bit recently, and I think that's what sort of lowered me a bit, is that I've been stagnating and I've not been growing. And so my brain's like, oh, you're failing, you need to just stop. I'm like, no, it takes a while. But my brain is just trying to tell me, no, you failed, it's too late. And it's like, no, I haven't. Stop it, brain, you know nothing. You hold no power here. And, like, I know a lot of other content creators go through the same thing, where it's like, oh, I'm getting nowhere, this isn't working, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, it is working, it just takes time. It can take years upon years upon years to grow a viewer base and a fan base that is, you know, decently sized. Like, honestly, my goal at the moment, for me to consider myself, like, successful on, like, a bigger scale, is, like, 1,000 followers, and, like, having a decent amount of, like, return viewers, because, like, a lot of the followers I do have are not return viewers. They come through once, they watch a couple streams, and then they go, and that can be, like, really harmful, because even if you have followed, yeah, that boosts up my numbers, but it, like, Twitch looks at concurrent viewers, so it looks at how many people watch your streams over the period of time, so it's like 2 viewers every stream. It'll average that out and stuff like that. So it can be really hard to grow if, like, you follow and then, like, nobody watches. Like, you'll follow and then not watch again, because at that point it shows that I've got, like, lots of inactive followers, and then Twitch is like, oh, okay, so we don't want to promote this dude, we don't want to do anything with that because he's got a bunch of dead followers. So it's hard. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to grow the channel more without like overly stressing myself to anything. How many followers am I at now? I think, yeah, 36. Like, I'm at 36 followers, and I'm averaging, like, maybe 2 viewers, maybe 3 at best per stream. And I think, like, Twitch knows that. Twitch is like, hey, dude, you really aren't getting those views, are ya? And I'm like, yeah, I know. I've got the followers, but I ain't got the views. And it's not fun. It's not fun trying to, like, sit there and think what you're doing wrong that's not drawing people in, I guess. Like, it's hard to find, like, the right games to play, because you need to, like, know what games to play, when to play them. And, like, streaming in Australia is hard, because you're having to fight against the fact that a lot of viewers are American, and that means that they're going to want to view at certain times, and, like, you've got to find the hours where it works for you and it works for them, and it's all one big hullabaloo, really. But, you know, like, I'm happy that I've got any followers at all, to be fair. And, like, it really is the best thing when people return view. Like, when you'll watch one stream and then you'll come back and watch more streams. Like, that is more helpful to me than anything, because that allows me to grow. Because having more viewers, like, if somebody's looking at streams and they're like, oh, this person has 0 viewers, oh, but this person has 3, they're going to be more willing to go to the person who has 3 viewers than they are the person who has 0, because they're going to just assume that the person with the 2 viewers or the 3 viewers is better. And even then, like, just having return viewers, it lets you know what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, like, what can you do to really grow. I think it's easier to grow on YouTube than it is on Twitch, because Twitch relies very heavily on timing. Like, it relies very heavily on, like, what time you stream, what you're streaming. Whereas with YouTube, it doesn't matter what time you're, like, uploading and stuff. If you upload decent amount and, you know, you've got some decent content, you'll get found out eventually. You'll be found. And I think that's kind of what I want to do, but also, like, it takes years to grow fan bases, and it takes finding those perfect niche little spots for you to fill in the community, because there's always going to be an oversaturated amount, especially on Twitch, of gaming stuff. You've got to find what makes you stand out, and, you know, embrace that if it's a good thing, obviously. And it's like, you know, it's hard to grow, for sure. Ooh. I'm an old man. I'm dying. I'm an old man. Alright, come on. I need to eat. I am starving. Mega fatty. Come on, fat boy. You have unlocked the catacombs. Yay. Don't swallow the prize. Too late. I already did. But yeah, obviously, like, it's gonna take a while for me to figure out where things work. Like, you'll hear from, like, YouTubers and stuff like that, where they're like, oh, I was making content for 3 years or 4 years, you know, many years before I finally took off. Like, you listen to that and you're like, oh, that's just, like, that's such a long time. I don't know if I can hold out that long. That's like, you have to. If you want to make it, you have to wait sometimes. Like, some people, they will, you know, start getting followers insanely quickly. Like, they've just got that personality that is just so enticing that they very quickly gain notoriety, or they do things that are new and outside the box, and that's what gains them their notoriety, and they get followers quickly. But for a lot of creators, it takes years before they're able to find a follower base and really start growing in any large amount. And like, that's okay. It's good to know that you're not the only one like trying to do that sort of thing. But also, it is a little bit disheartening because it's like, oh shit, I got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Alright. Oh, my birds are going bananas out there. Fuck off, you stupid bomb bastard. I hate these fucking ghosts. I want them dead. Dead again. I didn't even hit him that time. Good job. Fuck's sakes. I don't have a key. Please give me a key. Need a key. I'm probably gonna die here. I don't know how that didn't hit me. Fuck. Why must this happen to me? I've made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. Life goes on as I'm fading away. Ow. Hate you little fuckers. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Bastard. Yeah, like, I am excited, I guess, at the prospect of trying to figure out if doing just videos would be best, because like my YouTube channel at the moment is all just stream re-uploads, but I feel like I could do better comedy wise if I did like recordings and was able to, like, you know, take out all the boring bits, be able to add like jokes in post and like stuff like that. Like, I feel like my comedy, or at least the comedy factor of my videos, would be a lot better if I wasn't like on the spot, I guess, if that makes sense. Because like, there's no way to enhance your comedy when you're doing it live. You have to just, you know, hope to God you're doing a good job of it. And I feel like my editing would be really bad at first, but obviously I'd need to learn and everything. But I feel like it might be better for not only that, but also like if I can do one video a week, like one 15-minute video a week. Yeah, that's less content on the like lower scheme of it, where it's like, oh, you know, 15-minute video a week, but it'll be like more like direct content. It won't be 2.5 hours with only like an hour's worth of good stuff in it. It'll be 15 minutes of the best of the best, like edited and made nice, so that while you're getting technically less direct like amounts of content, like less quantity, the quality would go up. I think you should do what you think is right. It's your channel after all. Yeah, but also like, as much as it is like my choice in what I do with it, I need to be understanding of what my audience does want in that sense. Like, if I just ignore what everybody wants, I'm not going to go anywhere, because I'll be like, oh, where did everybody go? Stretch it out. And anyway, hey Dan, it's been a while, dude. Missed ya. And I feel like it would be easier for me in some sense. Like, you know, if I just record for 40 minutes one day, spend the next day editing, I could probably get like two videos a week uploaded of like 15 minutes or 20 minutes worth of content. And then, you know, I'm making more quality content that I feel like would reach a bit of a wider audience. Because, like, I feel like at the moment, my audience is very, like, niche, I guess. Oh my
god, what is my bird doing? I can hear them going bananas out there. Yeah, like, I feel like at the moment I'm not reaching as wide of an audience as I could be if I was doing just edited videos and making, like, that my sort of goal. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go make sure these birds are okay. They're panicking. Ladies and gents, both of my cats are on your bed. Alright. We back. Oh, hey, Garo, you're here. Yeah, the distant bird noises just start getting louder and louder. Alright, let's get back into it. Everybody's joining the stream now. It's a party. It's a party in my pants, it's a disco. It's a party in my pants, it's a disco. Borb loud. Yeah, they are. They're very loud. They just want love and attention, but Daddy's working and they're mad that I'm not giving them the direct attention that they deserve. But yeah, what I might do, possibly maybe next week, seeming as that's the week I'm going to be working, I might, party without music? Oh, who needs music? We got party time. What was I saying? Next week, what I might do is trial run, like, doing some edited videos. So, that way, there'll be no streams next week, but there will hopefully be, like, some edited videos on the channel. So that way I can not have to stream while I'm god-awful exhausted. I can, like, do, like, 40-minute recordings of a game, edit it, and then, like, you know, spend the day after editing, and then have, like, maybe 2 videos, maybe 3 at most, uploaded, and that'll let me, like, really just chill out after work and not have to really stress too much, but also still get you guys content. And then maybe on the off week, that's when I can stream, so that way it's, like, on and off. Like, have the week I'm on work will be edited videos, the week off will be streams, and that way it's the best of both worlds. I feel like that way I can have a balance of the two, as well as keep me from dying from overworking myself. Not that my job itself is incredibly, like, hard or anything. I just know that I'm a slack piece of shit. And if I can avoid stressing myself out, I will do that. Honestly, Thomas is going bananas. He just wants attention. He's a whore. He's a whore. Thomas the whore. Alright, let's go. Let's go in the fight room. Come on, bitch. Stick your head out of your hidey hole. And also, I feel like edited videos would do much better for the time zone differences, because, like, Australian time zones do not work well for Twitch, because nobody is viewing during the times I'm streaming. And streaming at night, not only am I fucking tired, but that's, like, it's just too loud to be streaming during the night when I'm in the house with people who go to bed at fucking 7 o'clock. So, I don't know. I might try streaming later. Like, later on in the day, maybe, like, later at night. Or even just later in the afternoons. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the perfect times to be streaming and doing that sort of stuff. Oh, you gross maggots. It's 5 AM where you are right now. Man. It's 12 o'clock over here. Well, 12:14. In the afternoon. It's, I don't know, it's hard to, like, find the perfect balance of when to stream. Because obviously everybody has different time zones. And finding the one that's going to work best for me is hard. Never sleep anyway. God, I'm the opposite. I sleep too much. Oh my god, Thomason's just so noisy today. He's just going bonkers out there. He's upset that I'm not giving him attention, but I'm working. It's 9:15 for me and Daniel. Oof. 9:15 at night or in the morning? Because if, like, it's at night, that's not too bad. But also, y'all should sleep. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Ah, bonk, 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 bonk. At night? Fair enough. Like, 9:15 isn't too late at night. But it's like, that's why I feel like streaming later in the afternoon might be better. Because I feel like that's when Americans are going to have a better time, like, watching my channel. Because they're not going to be, like, in the morning for them. Or, like, too early in the night when they're, like, just coming home from work, school, and anything else. Like, they don't have free time. Like, if I start streaming at 1... Because I know at one point, that's when I was streaming. I was streaming at, like, 1 in the afternoon. Like, that's when I started. And I don't know why I stopped doing that. I don't know if it was because I was just, like, too tired or something. Like, there was some reason that I stopped streaming that late in the afternoon. But I wouldn't be able to stream that late in the afternoon during my work days, but that's okay, because I don't want to really stream on my work days anyway. I want to really, like, focus on having edited videos on my work week, and then, having, streams on my off weeks, so that way I can stream without too much, hubbub or worry. Did these fuckers die? I've never seen this boss before. It's like the first time I've seen this goddamn boss, and he sucks. Stop! They just climb on top of you. I'm gonna die here. Thank God. Ugh. die already. I need to stay up to cry about my past mistakes so I don't have a panic attack at school. Oh, man. That's a fat mood. That's a fat mood. Oh. I'm hoping that if I'm able to hit affiliate on Twitch, that means they'll like promote me a little bit more. Like if I can get to affiliate, because that obviously lets you do things like what's it called? It lets you like do donations and do like custom emojis and all that sort of stuff, custom emotes and stuff. But like I'm trying to think of ways to better expand the channel, and I feel like by maintaining both my YouTube and my Twitch, I think I'll do a lot better. Because if people see the content on YouTube and they're like, oh, I enjoyed this, this was somewhat enjoyable, then they'll be like, oh, I might come catch a stream. And in the same way, people who watch the streams might be like, oh, I enjoyed this stream, maybe his content is also good on his YouTube, and they'll go see the edited content and they'll be like, oh, this is good. It's not just re-uploaded streams that I've either already seen or don't really want to see. I stay up until past us also to him. Miss YM streams, those were the best things ever. I need, like, I don't know if I need to start doing those, like, I need to figure it out, really. Like, time zones are such a bastard. I'm naturally nocturnal, so I do enjoy nighttime streams. Yeah, like, I honestly think I'm going to be better off if that's what I go for. Like, I feel like those... Yeah, I don't want either of those. I feel like nighttime streams might be better off. Like, if I do, like, starting at 1 and, like, streaming till, like, 3 or so in the afternoon, for me, that means that I can wake up, eat, do what I want to do during the morning, and, like, be livelier. Because, like, when I stream, I wake up, and about, like, 30 minutes after I've woken up, I'm streaming. And that's why I'm so tired at the beginning of my streams, because I've, like, just woken up, and I'm still goddamn exhausted and want to go back to bed. And then the streams pick up about halfway through, because that's when I've, like, fully woken up, and I'm, like, actually ready to exist. Like, it's... I've got to figure it out. But it is a journey we must take together. Would you just blow up, baby, 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 blow up, baby, 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 blow up, baby, 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 blow up. I have school, so I really can only watch at night. Yeah, like I'm trying to figure it out, but it really is rough trying to like cater to everybody, because obviously everybody's got a different bloody time zone. So like everybody's like, oh, but this works for me and this works for me. It's like, well, I can't fucking do it all. One or the other. You can't have both. But yeah, I feel like an afternoon stream might be a bit better, because not only does it give me more time to wake up, it gives me time to eat, it gives me time to do what I want to do during the day. It would really just be ideal. I can't remember why I stopped doing afternoon streams. That's why I'm, like, confused. I'm like, what made me stop doing them in the first place? Like, it was obviously something I was doing where I was like, yeah, this isn't working. I just can't remember what it is, and that's what's, like, scaring me. I'm like, what made me stop in the first place? It was something. Because I know I used to do them, and I just don't know why I stopped doing them. Which is a scary thought, because it was obviously a good reason. My god, Thomason is going bananas out there, honestly. He's a horrible little goblin bird. Also, I think with RPG games like Witcher and stuff, having edited series instead of just streams would make it so much more fun. because by editing it, I'm like giving a bit like it's not as boring. Like watching me travel between places and watching me do the boring parts of RPGs, you'd only see like the fun parts, like me doing Witcher contracts, or not me playing Gwent for 6 hours. I just do like a ×5 sped up version of me playing 60 games of Gwent in a row. It was you would stay up too late doing them, and then you would be fucked up in the morning. Oh, but 1 in the afternoon isn't that late to be staying up. Like, 1 in the afternoon, that's nothing. Like, it's almost 1 in the afternoon now. I don't think that was it. I think it was probably something dumb. It was probably me just being lazy. I was like, I don't want to fucking do it. I don't know. It would have been something stupid. Because if anything, starting at 1 AM means that I can sleep in and get more sleep before I have to like stream. Because now I have to stream at least at 10:30. At the latest, have the start at 10:30. And so that means I've got to be awake by at least 10, and that's like fucking me up because I'm so tired. But I've got to be up like earlier than that for work. But it's just that like on my week off, I don't want to be up that early because I'm a slacker. Come on. Keys. How have these fuckers not hit me yet? I'm surprised. They should have hit me by now. These guys normally are what kill me because I fucking hate them. They just Gatling gun you till you're dead. Alright. Let's go Loki. No, he's in an area I can't hit him? That's bullshit. Yeah, good. You should move. That would have been really annoying if you stayed in that area. This fucking bit move out of the middle, it makes it hard to hit him. I mean, I know that's the point, but fucking hell. Get out of the way. Also, it means that if I do edited videos, it means I can edit out all the times that I'm garbage at games. Which is all the time. I don't know, I don't really feel like I need either of those guys. Oh, because yeah, that's the reusable fly. Yeah, no, neither of these are ones I want. But yeah, I could start, like tomorrow I could do a stream that starts at 1, and we'll see how it goes with that. Like, I feel like that might work. You know, maybe. Death. Lovers, which is hearts. And the card. I don't have any key. Not keys. Any bombs? I don't have any bomb. Right. Let's keep her going. Let's keep her going. But yeah, I don't want to do Witcher every day. I'm going to have like, with streaming, I'll have like Witcher, then another game. Like, I'll play Witcher when I feel like it. Like, I don't want to force myself to play like specific games. Because I know that's just gonna only make me want to stop streaming. And that's not how I want to be. Alrighty. We're blazing through this alright. Oh my god. Let's just grab that coin. I don't even care about my health. It's like real life, not caring about my health. Ow. Alright, I should scratch my eye. Ow, ow, ow. Alright. Oh, fuck. That's not fair. Oh, wait, there was a one over here. We might call it a day after this run, because I am really, really hungry. That's another good thing, I'll be able to eat if I do later streams. I'll be able to consume the flesh of an animal, so that I might have sustenance. Oh, it's these fuckers. I hate these guys. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Mr. Me has appeared in the basement. How did that hit me? I wasn't even anywhere near it. Alright. Unlock. Unlock. I got extended status effect time. Okay, cool. Great. What a time to be alive. Come on. This is why these enemies annoy me, because they'll just walk right at you but not actually fucking attack. Can you reset, please? I'd like more items, thank you. And you can die. I don't have any blowy uppy boys. Reset, 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 reset. Fine, don't reset then, fuck you. Dream, 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 dream. Close your eyes, shut your mouth, no more cheese, let us out. Dream, 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 dream. Almost so fucking broken in Smash. Bro, I don't see him played a lot. Like, to be fair, I genuinely don't see him played. Like, then again, I don't think any of my friends have him unlocked, so that's probably why. But, like, I don't see... I don't even hear many people, like, talk about him as a Smash character. Like, I don't think a lot of people think he's, like, a legit character. People probably think he's just a shit pick. But, like, I have a feeling he's, like, all of the characters that you think are shit picks are always the ones that are fucking OP as shit. Always. Always, 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 always. There's never any doubt in my mind that if it's considered a shit pick, they're OP. It's like Symmetra and Torb and stuff in, Overwatch. They're shit picks, but they are OP as shit. Pretty fly. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And question mark, question mark, question mark. My favorite. Dream a dream and let us out. Dream, 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 dream. Hopefully we can make it on this run and I can end this stream on a win, but I doubt it. I have doubt in my abilities. Press X to doubt. Pheromones. Magician, never miss your goals. And that's just a bunch of hearts that I can get to if I need them. Okay, that's the heart room. I'll remember that if I need some heals. You get into the womb levels and they are so fucking hard. Because they always chuck in a bunch of shithole enemies that are just rough as guts. Ooh. Hearts. Lovely. My hearts. Let us out. Dream, 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 dream. Close your eyes, shut your mouth. Dream and dream and let us out. Dream, 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 dream. Y'all, if you haven't seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl, you are missing the fuck out. That is the best movie. It's a movie only legends enjoy. Oh yeah, it's a copy of me. I just gotta like tank my own hits basically at this point. Because it's like a shadow copy of me, so everywhere I move, it moves in like opposite. Yeah. How many viewers can I lose just from seeing the fucking Dream song from Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Let's find out. It's a good song, okay? It's the real reason Taylor Lautner got big. It wasn't Twilight. It was Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Sorry, sis. I should say sorry, sis, but mean it is in cisgendered people. Just like, sorry, sis. Oh my god, I'd get stabbed. Who am I kidding? I'd get stabbed just for existing. Not even for being trans, just because I'm a dickhead. Beep, 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 beep. Ooh, a fight room. Fight night, ladies! Cursed charged shot. Okay, well, it better fucking curse his ass. So many of his little goblin children. Piss off, you giant maggot. I fucking hate this boss. Like, he's one of the most annoying ones because he spawns these little bastards in that just chase you around. Oh, okay, well, teleport me out of there. That's good. I got what I wanted from it anyway. I think we're going to lose because now I've got a charge shot attack and I hate charge shot attacks. Because you always have to wriggle around them and it's fucking hard. Thank you, Revenge Fly. Wait, you talking about Shark Boy and Lava Girl from Cool Math Games? What? Cool Math Games? I'm talking about Shark Boy and Lava Girl the movie, dude. That was the shit. I mean, I love Cool Math Games, but they ain't got shit on Shark Boy and Lava Girl. The real dream team. Yeah, see, I hate that. Actually, oh, it's not that bad. We'll keep it for now and see how we go. Oh yeah, this room's gonna get me killed. There's too many things, and I've got a shit full way of handling it. Ooh, Come on, kill him. I sure love getting teleported out of the room I'm in. I actually kind of do, because it means it got me out of a shitty situation. Let's just take that back. Fuck. Nice. Nicey. I didn't deserve to win that, but I did, so ha. Not even God can stop me now. You think your puny mortal god can save you now? I remember Daddy Longlegs. He's an easy boss. I'll say that and he'll still kill me, I bet. Just watch this motherfucker kill me, even though I said he's easy. Ow. Yeah, see, look at him. He's kicking my ass because I'm garbage. Yeah, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I can't afford to lose any of my hearts at the moment. I've only got 3. And I can't afford this. Oh, I gotta scratch my nose. Scratch, 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 scratch. Alright. Let's see if we can actually beat this thotty. I doubt it, but you know. We'll see. I hate this charged shot attack. It makes me angry. It's good against stationary enemies, but that's about it. Everything else, it's terrible against. Come on. Open wide. Of course he's in here. Where else would he be? He couldn't go to literally anywhere else. He has to be in the one place I am. Because that just makes me so happy and alive and not mad. That's it. Hit him. I want you to hit the big fella. He's the one we want dead. Out of all these little fucks, I can take them out in my own time, but the big boy, I'm gonna need dead right now. That's it. Good little brain fart. Love you. Thank you. Do all the hard work for me. Dream and dream and let us out. Dream, 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 dream. Thank you for dying. I appreciate it. Got so many coins and nowhere to spend them. Alright, so you ever just walk into Pripyat with a Whistler's tracksuit and start dancing hard bass? I don't know. It's been years since I've existed on this mortal plane. Super Bliat. Down you go. Down with the Nords. Skyrim belongs to the elves. No, it doesn't. It doesn't belong to anyone. It only belongs to me, the Dragonborn. I deserve Skyrim because I'm amazing. Yoink. actually think I've been hit on this level, which is funny, because I'm garbage. I hate it when people don't understand what I'm saying when I incoherently mumble Russian curses. I'm pissed during class. Yeah. Ugh, that's annoying now. Now that it's not explicitly helping me, it's annoying. Oh my god, that was the boss fight. I didn't mean to go right into that, but alright, here we are. See, that's annoying when you're in a boss fight and it just takes you out of it because it means you've got to start all the way from the beginning. Like, it's very annoying, and I don't know what it is that teleports you out, but it's so annoying. Because you got to start from the beginning. And it's incredibly frustrating. Yes, we win these. We win these. Now we can keep going down. But for today, I don't know if I want to do that. Ah, fuck it. We've got a good run going, we may as well. You unlocked Eden. Eden? I don't think I've ever unlocked her. Or have I, and I just forgot about it. Bro, lightning. Bro, a cringe. Now let's go down here. Ow. Yeah, that's right. Take me out of one room and teleport me into another. That's just full of even harder enemies. I do really hate that teleporting thing. Like, sometimes it can be really helpful because it can take you out of a shitful room and put you into a nice, calm one that gives you good stuff. But a lot of the time, it's just, it does it in the middle of a boss fight and ruins your run. Especially if you're right on the verge of killing the boss and you lose, like, 1/15 of health. And it's like, oh, you want me to remove you from the area? Okay. Alright, come on. Come on, baby, come on. Come on. Come on, baby, come on. Come on, you fucks. I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill you for $1.50 and a pack of smokes. Come on, one more. Where are you, you ghostly fuck? Down you go. let's just go fight Satan. I know you aren't the real Satan boss fight. I fought this boss before. I know how this works. You aren't real. Well, you're real, but you're not the final form. This isn't even my final form. You're not the final form either, fucker. Come on, we can do this. We came so far, we can't lose now. Gotcha! I knew we'd win on a good note. We'd leave out on a good note. I knew we would. I had a feeling. Toyota. But honestly, this is our first run through of this, like, this copy of the game. Like, we got, on our first ever run we did on this save file, we beat the first part. And then on the last one we did, we beat Satan, which is nice. Guardian Angel has appeared in the basement. You unlock Judas. Nice. Because I've got now Cain, I got Judas, Eve, Azazel, Lazarus, Eden. Oh yeah, Eden. I know Eden. Yeah. I'm a smart man. I know who Eden is. Okay, awesome. Well, that was good. That was good. I'm happy. Those were some good runs. Let us switch over to the end screen. Thank you all very much for watching. I really enjoy making these streams for you as much as I do like to complain during them. If you want to help me to make more streams for you, you can follow me on Twitch. That helps me get closer to becoming an affiliate. You can also repeatedly watch my streams. Give me that validation and also get me closer to affiliate. You can go over to my YouTube, which is also called Transvion. Over there you can like, subscribe, comment, give me all the validation I need, because that is where I re-upload my streams, and also I'll probably be doing some edited videos, maybe, possibly. You can also go to my Twitter, which is at TransvionYT. I don't really do too much over there, but, you know, you can follow me if that's what rocks your boat. You can go to my Discord, which I will have linked in the stream chat. You can also, well, the Discord, before I move on from that, the Discord is basically where I am all the time. That's where you'll find me, be able to talk to me, and I also post notifications in there when I'm starting streams. You can also go to my Patreon. Now, I don't normally flog it too much, but I've started flogging it a bit because it's going to help me basically to be able to fund the streams a little bit better. And obviously you don't have to. Nothing is locked behind paywalls. I think the only thing I've said is locked for Patreon is like exclusive streams, which will mostly just be like playing whatever game the Patreon members want to see. So basically you won't be missing out on a lot, but you will get some nice extra cool content from there, and that helps me fund the lifestyle that is paying for equipment. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.